Investors and realtors, are you looking for a way to save a huge amount of time when it comes to analyzing potential investment properties? How about a platform where you can store and track your entire portfolio and view your ROI in real time? And how about the ability to apply for financing on your next project with the click of a button? Well, in this video, I'm going to introduce you to a platform that can do all this for free and is available today. Hey, real quick, my name is Dan, and I'm a real estate agent and an accredited real estate investment advisor based in Vancouver, BC. I've been a real estate investor for 12 years, and I've helped dozens of clients invest in cash flowing properties across Western Canada. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a platform built for investors and realtors to not only analyze deals, but track your entire portfolio and your tenants all in one place. I'm talking about software known as Lendlord. Created by two investors with tech and finance backgrounds, this platform solves a lot of the problems seen in the investor space today. I had a chance to interview one of the creators who also gave us a behind-the-scenes look into how the software works. There is an immense amount of value offered for free to its users. And for those of you who stick around to the end of the video, well, I'm giving away a 3-month free upgrade to their premium package, which does offer a whole bunch of added value and options. So let's dive right into the Lendlord platform and demonstrate how it can dramatically improve your real estate investing experience. Okay, and here we are with the co-founder and CEO of Lendlord. This is Aviram. Aviram is visiting us virtually here from the UK. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Let's dive right into it. I've got a whole bunch of questions about this amazing platform. And what I think a lot of people always want to know is a bit of the history. Like, what got you to the point of creating this platform that's so beneficial to investors?
Yeah, sure. So first, hi Dan, thanks for hosting me. Basically, the background for founding Lendlord is a mix of my background, my co-founder background. So my background is technology, but also I invested a bit in property by myself, and my parents are quite large landlords. And my co-founder came from the finance side, so property lending. And then basically we brainstorm, problems that technology can solve for property investors. And the first problem we actually found was that it's not so easy to get finance. So we developed like a very lean version of Lendlord that helps people to understand what are their finance options for a new purchase or to raise more capital. But then what happened is once we started to onboard users, we realized that we have something that is more than just a tool to get finance options, because people started to use it to manage their investments, manage their data, manage their cash flow on an ongoing basis. And then we've added more features that allow them to analyze property deals to grow their property business as well. So it started to evolve more than what we just thought like in the beginning. This basically how it started.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, most platforms, most software out there is originally developed to solve a problem, which it sounds like, you've largely done. And I'll certainly add to that. I mean, being a property investor myself for almost a dozen years here, when I started, there was basically nothing like this. The best you could do is borrow somebody's Excel sheet that they've been kind of building out through the years that would help you kind of analyze properties and whatnot. But of course, software allows us to do so much more than that now. And I'm excited to dive into it. And it definitely sounds like kind of a dream partnership to sort of have both angles, the finance and sort of the tech angle, to understand and approach real estate investing problems from those two sort of polarized but so equally beneficial angles. So I'm sure it's been a great relationship to be a part of.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is the idea, to have something that it's like a one-stop shop in digital software that helps property investors and landlords manage and basically grow and run their property business in one place. So they can manage their existing investment, but they can also find new opportunities. They can analyze potential deals, make sure that the numbers stack up, and then make better decisions. And then on top of that, also to see how they can finance those purchases, or if there are opportunities to raise more capital. And of course, to be on top of things. When you manage your cash flow with Lendlord, then you can track the performance of the properties. And then you can actually see, which properties, outperforming, which property underperforming, make changes in your portfolio, and basically just track all the things that you need to track on an ongoing basis, but also have everything accessible, from anywhere. So if you need
Mhm.
access to your data, it's there, it's online, it's secured, it's in the cloud. If you need to analyze a new property deal, when you are, just like doing some viewing to a property, then you can do it from your mobile. Those stuff, I think this, like you mentioned that when you started, that not so many tools. But I think that what happened is like when COVID started, people started to adopt more and more technology, and they basically were forced to do it. But I think many companies started to introduce new tools for many areas in property. The PropTech industry started to evolve, and I think this is a great opportunity for landlords and property investors to do better and to use the technology to basically, develop their business wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the second I got access to this platform, I was really quite impressed of how it truly is sort of an all-in-one. It really all encompasses everything that an investor will need to not only manage their portfolio, but like you said, do the deal analysis. And again, as an agent here who represents a lot of investors, I'm not sure what it's like in the UK, but in Vancouver, especially, and our region as a whole, the margins are getting so thin right now, especially with rates where they are. And so, of course, you have to analyze 50, 60, 100 properties before you're going to really find that one that works. And so to be able to speed up the time frame it takes to analyze those properties is so invaluable on both sides. Do you know what I mean? Because of course, so many investors, they have money, but they don't have time. And so realtors who do have, let's say, that time to help them out, well, they're going to go look at those properties. And if you can take my analysis time down from, let's say, 15 minutes down to 2 or 3, well, that's a huge game changer. And that's what I find that this does too.
Absolutely. And we actually just released a new feature that will help realtors and real estate brokers to share the analysis they do with their customers. So basically, you can analyze a new property deal using Lendlord, and then in one click, you can share the analysis with your customer. So it's also something that can streamline the process and streamline the communication between real estate brokers and investors.
Yeah, and so I mean, I saw that export feature and I tried it right away because, of course, part of that time it takes to analyze and find a property. Well, you also, how are you going to explain that and show the numbers to your potential investor, or of course yourself if you are the investor, and being able to just kind of do that in real time was really exciting, and we'll definitely show people in real time here how that's done. But yeah, I mean, fantastic work. I know I'm excited to use this. I'm ready to show and share it with all my investors. Do you think maybe now is a great time to jump in and actually show people how this operates? Because I bet they really want to see it and how it works.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I can show let's do like a quick demo. Let's do like high level overview about the app. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, it's just loading right now. And I think, too, I'll just share that this is not only available online, but yes, Lendlord is available as an app on your phone as well, which is super exciting. So, you drive by a property or you go see one and you just want to run the numbers right then and there. This is an opportunity that you can actually have in real time, which I find very, very cool.
The platform basically is separated to three main sections. You have the invest from the menu. In the invest part, you have the deal analyzer for rental properties, and and also flip analyzer for flip projects. So you just need to start with typing the purchase price and the expected monthly rent, and then the platform automatically will generate the metrics for you, like the first year metrics and the long term metrics based on its own default. But starting this point, you can start tweaking the data. You can add all the potential closing costs of the deal. If you're going to do some improvements, you can use our works plan generator to create like a plan, refurbishment plan for your project. Then you need to put the mortgage details. The cash investment will be calculated automatically based on how much you're going to lend, annual operating expenses, monthly operating expenses, and long-term assumptions. After you fill in all of this data, then you will basically see the metrics. You see the cap rate. Here, basically, I chose very high cap rate. I'm not sure it's reasonable, but then you can actually see, like, based on the purchase price, based on the estimation of the value and the rent, you will get the cap rate number. You can also see the numbers for the long term. And then starting this point, you can go to the prospect report. Then you can generate a nice report. By the way, part of our premium plan, and which is $99 per year. But for the audience of this podcast, they can get 3 months free trial um, if they sign up, and then you can get a nice report of your deal. And if you, let's say, want to share the deal on Lendlord, this is like a new feature. So basically, you just need to click on share analysis, then put the email of the one that you want to send the analysis to, and he will receive an email with a link to sign up and get the analysis, and also tweak the data from there as well. So this is the invest part. Also, we have a flip analyzer. The manage side of the platform, this is the place to manage all of your properties in one place. Uh, we actually have different sections for each property, so you can manage the general details, the purchase details, ownership, all the mortgage details, some enhanced property details, details about utilities, your insurance details, and other. So it's very valuable. There are no mandatory fields. You can just start with typing the address and then tweak the data from there. You can apply filters. You can manage more than one owner in one Lendlord account. So you just need to put the ownership and the percentage. And you can export the data, and you can also create different views to your data, basically, to the properties. And you have a performance view. It's also important. This is basically based on the cash flow that you manage on Lendlord. On the manage side, you have the tenants and tenancies. This is the place to manage your tenants and tenancies. You can track your rent collection. And soon we'll have a tenants app, so you can share the payment schedule with your tenants, and also some relevant documents which you can store on My Documents. My Documents is a good place to store all the documents that are relevant to each property, and also you can store data as documents on each owner. And the nice thing about it that you can create package, and then you can share the documents with a potential buyer, with your real estate broker, etc. So in a few clicks, you can share a report of documents with any third party. The cash flow module, you can link your bank account and then start to allocate transactions to properties. And then you can get the profit and loss page up to date with income and expenses for the entire portfolio or for specific properties which you can select. Then you can also generate some reports, a general P&L report, expenses breakdown report, and more. The interactive report is something that I really like because it provides you with like a high-level overview about your portfolio. You can see the top performing properties in several metrics, the worst performing properties on your portfolio, some reminders, and then you can just go property by property and see the data and see how this property ranked compared to other properties on your portfolio based on your cash flow.
Oh yeah, this is
All
all
right.
very impressive. I
Okay.
can tell that you are a landlord yourself because you
Okay.
have thought of so many elements of this, of both sides of the transaction. I
By the way,
mean, being
this is
able to,
very, yeah. I'm just saying this is very high level in a brief. You can
sure.
schedule a call with our team. You can use the chat to ask questions, and you can schedule demos. And also you can use, like, soon we will have here video tutorials. It's not loaded yet, but it should be next week. All the tutorials for the Canadian users, so you can basically see how much, like, basically how you can do even better with what I show you now. In the finance side, so currently we have a mortgage search based on several criteria. You can see live products from lenders for mortgages, and you can apply for a mortgage with our partner, HomeWise. But soon we are going to do bridge financing, hard money loans. We have now like a partnership that we are working on, and we will introduce our own loans with a fully digital process to apply for a loan and get your finance through Lendlord. and we are aiming to launch it in September, but perhaps it will take a while. But this is something that we currently provide in the UK, like very successful. So hopefully we'll have it in Canada very soon. So this is like in a very high level the platform.
Yeah, no, of course, of course. It's incredibly robust, and like I said, I've spent some time in it, and so the fact that you guys kind of offer up your availability for people to ask those questions and do a bit of a deeper dive is super appreciated. I mean, again, some of my favorite items right off the top, especially on the analysis side, is when you can even just have that sliding bar to quickly change your outlook. Meaning, if you're going to potentially hold the property for, let's say, 8 years, you can see your returns. But hey, what happens if you just hold that 4 more years? What does your ROI change to? And then, of course, really smart element too is when people looking to do the fix and flip, well, holding costs and holding times are so important and dramatically can change how much you're going to net off that project. So the fact that you can say, okay, well, we're going to enter this project with, let's say, a 6 month time horizon, but we all know things can happen, especially in Vancouver with our building permits and city
Yeah,
permits and whatnot. If you slide that over to maybe 9, 10 months, is this project still worth doing? Right. So
yeah,
super smart to include such a simple
for
element
sure.
like that.
If you take finance, like short-term finance for a fix and flip project, then each month is like it's expensive. So it's like there's a huge difference
Exactly.
between 6 to 10 months, or 6 to 12 months.
That's
So
right. Yeah. And then,
um,
of course, on the portfolio side that already exists, I mean, having it track for you, especially once you start to get a pretty robust portfolio, what's coming up? Oh, you get notifications when your insurance is coming up for property A, B, and C. So smart. Oh, landlord X is 2 days late on his payment. So great to be notified that, especially if you're doing a lot of the management yourself, of course. And then, we all love tax season so much. So the fact that you can export your tax reports there and just send those to
yes.
your account, time saver, right? Everybody
Yeah,
loves problems that are solved,
yeah. In one
especially by
click, you
saving
can
time.
generate like Excel spreadsheet with all of your income and expenses and share it with your accountant. So definitely, it's something that can save a lot of time during this process. And another thing that for people that self manage their properties, the tenants app will be very valuable, because with the tenants app you will be able to share documents with your tenant, a welcome pack to the property. Of course, you will be able to generate the lease agreement with him, and basically sign it automatically. And also, you will be able to share the payment schedule and track the rents through it, like, and get maintenance reports from the tenants. Many things that, but also it's very soon. Like, we have it ready in the testing environment, so hopefully we'll have it in the next few weeks available for the Canadian users, like the tenants app.
Fantastic. And again, something else that I found so brilliant is already thinking in the headspace of like, okay, when I go to potentially sell off one of my assets, what is that buyer going to want to receive? And being able to kind of package up the entire tenant profile and send that to them. So smart, right? That helps you, again, save time, move that asset off your balance sheet, maybe get your profit off of it, but be a real big benefit to that buyer as well, so that they can start off on the right foot. So just really, really impressive. So thank you for creating this. I know I'm excited to use this myself. This is something I've
Happy
been
to
looking
hear.
for years.
I'm happy to hear. Thank you,
For
Dan,
sure.
for this. Yes.
Great. Well, I think, again, thank you so much for your time today. This has been super informative. I know I've got a lot of colleagues I want to share this with, and a whole bunch of course, clients and realtors will benefit from it and from it. What I guess I'll post up the link that people can potentially get that 3 months free.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you can actually get the base model for free, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
visit
Yeah. Free.
lendlord.io or look up Lendlord on your Apple App Store, essentially.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to share with the viewers here today?
I think take advantage of digital tools. Like as a property investors, either you're like a newbie just getting started, or if you're like a senior landlord, the technology is out there. Don't be afraid. Just try it, and I think you will see how much it streamlines many of your processes, and basically helping you make better decision based on data, less on intuition. So it's so
Mhm.
important, and yeah, and as you said, it's free to use. Like, you can manage unlimited properties, unlimited analysis deals, But if you want a bit more, like to link your bank accounts or to generate more reports, then you need to upgrade to the premium plan. But also it's affordable, and you get 3 months free if through your link then. So I
Yeah,
think
incredibly affordable. I mean, again, if this is going to cost you upwards of only $100 a year, let's call it $8 a month. Well, I guarantee you the time that you've saved, even hiring out, let's say a bookkeeper for just that one element that this provides, you're already financially ahead.
yeah.
So really, really great options here. Well, thank you once again. All the info is going to be in the comments below. Plus, I will post up the link on the screen here for people watching it on YouTube. So again, Aviram, thank you so much for this today. Thank you for developing it, and thank you so much for improving it. You are really making the job of being a landlord easier. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. And I look forward to seeing this platform evolve even further and helping out some more landlords that are out there.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for hosting me. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
So there it is. That was a top level view into how Lendlord can improve your real estate investment business. As mentioned, this platform is completely free for the base model, and I highly recommend you jump in and give it a try today. If you like what you see and you want to level up to the premium version, well, I've got 3 months free for you just for watching this video. Just click on the link below and it is yours. Thanks for watching and happy investing.